I'll stay quiet.
In a world where heroes rise and legends are born, one idea changed the landscape of tabletop role-playing gaming forever. A weekly show devoted to all things mutants and masterminds. And it was called Mutants and Masterminds Monday. After countless episodes of daring feats and epic adventures, we bring you the most anticipated episode of the quarter. The planning episode. Join your host, Disembodied Troy, the legendary Steve Kenson, and Alex Thomas, the line lead whose vision shapes the future of our universe. This is your chance. Don your capes, prepare your powers, and get ready to embark on a journey beyond imagination. The future of Mutants and Masterminds Monday awaits, and it's in your hands. Are you ready to make history? It's the planning episode.
This is a bit of a tone change from
Oh boy, it is Mutants and Masterminds Monday, and I am your host, Disembodied Troy, and I got COVID. I got it. Aww. But I'm feeling good enough that I put the planning episode. We can't put this up again. We just heard it.
It's the best episode of the year.
It is the best episode of the quarter, because we do this every quarter.
We do it like multiple times a year.
Listen, chat is gone just round the bend, starting way earlier than we begin. But Devious Hearts is there, William Lang, who else do we have there? Paul, of course, Paul Rua, Rebel Moose, hello, good to see you, friend. It is the planning episode, and I do love this. It is, I think, one of the most fun things that I do, just period, just in my life. But then it's hard to say that when I get to hang out with these two guys every single Monday.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah,
Hello,
yeah, almost everybody, anyway. So my apologies in advance. I am under the weather. I just started getting heartburn, and but I'm excited about today. And while we do me a favor, gents, let's give a little update of, kind of where we've been, what's been going on behind the scenes. I know we talked a little bit about it last week, but for those who are just kind of tuning in, and then that will give me time to get my calendar up.
Fair enough. Alex, you want to go first?
Yeah, so like we said, we were at Gen Con 2 weeks ago now, which is a ton of fun. We've been hard at work getting stuff ready for this month's Atomic Think Tank postings, and Steve and I have been hard at work finishing up Valiant stuff and working on the book that we're not supposed to talk about, and just lots of good stuff.
Yeah, indeed. Gen Con was a lot of people, 71,000 people.
Jeez.
So many
at
humans.
Gen Con, they estimate. But folks were there. They were excited. They were all, about all of the new stuff. So it was exciting to see folks and have a chance to chat.
Yeah, we got to meet some pretty cool people down at the booth.
Yeah.
And now, Steve, you escaped unscathed.
Seems so. All of my tests have come back negative and no symptoms to report. So I am happy to say that I managed not only Gen Con, but an international trip to London the week before without coming down with anything.
Nice.
So
very nice.
Here's to a successful fortitude check.
Right.
Loving that. Okay, let's
I
see. What,
likewise have not become sick since Gen Con.
and I gave you both an open mouth kiss when we met.
I
and
know, right? It's so
man,
strange.
Dang. Maybe it must have been before I caught it. Let me do this, and it should work perfectly.
I had a whole conversation with
Ta-da!
somebody who tested positive. So
Yep.
I'm fine.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the volunteers in our booth that help run games, they got COVID as well. So, of course,
Yeah.
we were head to head, as we were doing live streams.
Yeah,
and all
much
that.
of the time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so we've got the calendar up,
All right.
and I want to actually go to, let's do the month view. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay, we can see the Mondays.
Yeah.
So before we do that, I just want to check back in with the chat because I saw a couple things. I need to turn this off if I think I saw what I think I saw. Nate, did you give money again? You generous so-and-so you. I do appreciate it, but we need to turn that off. Let's see.
We're not allowed to take bribes in terms of your, topics for M&M Monday. So.
That's true. Well, what's interesting is
I am fully willing and able to be bribed. Actually,
we
Don't
really
let
can.
them-
I think legally we're allowed. I think so. Let's see. I am shacking my money maker. Oh, shaking. I'm shaking my money maker for you. Oh boy. Okay. Well, thank you.
Boy.
$2 worth of money maker shaken for us. That being said, with all of our money makers shaken, Walrus is gloriously melodramatic. Thank you, Rebel Moose. I hope I get better soon. Hey, hi, some good soup. I hope your soup is good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Seems Claude's phone is dying, so he is not going to be able to stick around. So
Oh
we
no,
wish you luck, Claude.
Claude. Yeah, good luck.
Well, I hope you find a charger, Quad, and have lots of good ideas to contribute.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Devious says 71,000 people is basically a city that moved into a city.
Sure is.
That's about right. Let's see. Who else do we have here? Nate says I'm positively tested. Good. I don't know. Is that good?
Because it depends on what they're testing you for.
Right?
No.
Exactly.
Sorry, I jumped. My internet is being internety. But you can hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, great. So here we are. We are calendar up.
Yep.
We are ready to go. We're talking about the next show on the 19th.
Right.
And I also want to make sure, I'll do this in a moment. We want to make sure that we're not scheduling over holidays and not.
Yes,
Intention.
we have to be better about that.
We do indeed. Okay, so Chad, you know your job. You've been anticipating this for some time. You'd throw your ideas in. What are some things that you would like to hear Alex and Steve dig into? What are some stuff that you would like? We've had you two, go mano a mano in a battle to the death. We've had, we've discussed really everything. And also we've managed to not repeat these topics.
Not too much, no.
Not too much. Yeah. Fondue combat techniques. Okay.
Mm.
Oh,
Fondue combat techniques.
Vehicles in M&M. Features, chase mechanics, etc.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a good one. That's a great one.
We have a second for that from William Lang. So
okay, sounds good. I'm kind of going backwards here, so I've missed a couple, but we'll get into it here in a minute.
Sure.
So do we want to do that for the 19th, or do we want a little time to plan or prep?
We can talk about vehicles,
I'm game.
I think. Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Nice. Vehicles in M&M.
Yep.
And let's see. For a description, what we'll call this, like Devis's features, case mechanics, etc. Anything you guys want to add?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Nice.
We could talk a little bit about, vehicle focused campaigns and the like as well. Oh,
frig. Everyone gets to see my wonderful typing. Vehicle focused campaigns. You know,
Yeah.
that reminds me of, didn't we do a vehicle focused campaign with
did.
Dominic.
Yeah, with Dominic?
We
That was
did with
really
Tom's
fun.
Adventure.
Yeah, that was a blast.
It was a great time.
And then any reaction to, I'll let this marinate a bit, but fondue related fighting, lore stuff.
Sounds
chatting
cheesy
with,
to me.
hey,
Right.
yeah, I love it.
I can talk about the best fondue I ever had in my life after New York Comic Con.
Oh, where was that?
It was at a cheese restaurant in New York City called Artisanal.
Ooh.
They have their own, or had their own. I don't know if they're still there. This was a long time ago. They had their own cheese cave.
A cheese cave?
Yes.
So you just walk in and just you start
I
chewing on
don't
it?
think that patrons were allowed in the cheese cave. I think that
wouldn't
they
let
had their
anybody
cheese
in.
cave for storage, but you could
Oh.
order things from the cheese cave.
That's where they make the
Yum.
cheese.
Oh, I
Yes.
see. I see. So that's where the cave where the aging happens.
Yes,
not
indeed.
so much a fully
Indeed.
cheese cave that you just kind of grab a chunk and eat.
But that was after Green Ronin's one and only weekend at New York Comic Con.
A
After
celebratory
which we did not go
cheese.
back.
You did not go back.
No.
Sean Holland says, "Can we do a pulp noir and Titan City episode?"
I'll never
Gosh,
say
Alex,
no
I
to
don't know.
that.
Can you talk about Noir and Titan City for an hour?
Yeah, I think we could wrangle that.
You know, let's beef that up a little. I mean, we
We
have
talked
definitely
about pulp in Titan City. I think we could
Yeah.
talk about noir
Yeah.
as the other half, sort of the
Mm-hmm.
how to
Gotcha.
do the black and white mysteries and the legs down to there and the Sin
No, I'm-
City store
Right.
style stuff.
Does the 26th sound like a good time for us to have our noir party?
Sounds
Sure,
good to
why
me.
not?
Noir in Titan City. And let's bookmark this because I think that we can also add some, people have some peculiar, that are all peculiar, or I meant to say specific
Right.
information they want about that they might want to know about Titan City. We
Mhm.
can kind of
Mm-hmm.
add that to this episode. Awesome.
Yeah, Sean got to go to Titan City for a little bit at Gen Con.
Nice.
We had a fun time at summer camp.
Oh, now Jay Gray brought something. I basically want to. I want episodes regarding scene structure, map creation, battle mapping, sandbox running.
Okay.
That's a.
Sounds like multiple topics.
Yeah, it really
Yeah,
does. It
indeed.
really does.
Indeed.
So where would you fit a scene structure discussion? What would we call that?
Well, I mean, we can just do an episode about scene structure as far as that goes. I think scene structure and mapping and sort of the sort of tactical stuff are kind of separate.
Yeah, it feels like that. Yeah.
And as far as the battle maps and all of that go, we might want to talk a little bit about our VTT content in relationship to that, because
I think so. That's a great idea.
we've been doing
that's a
more with
phenomenal
that.
idea.
Because M&M, generally speaking, isn't really given to a lot of tactical movement stuff on maps. So we haven't done a lot of battle maps for the game until we started doing VTT content, and then
Yeah.
having maps on the screen to show positioning has become more important for gameplay.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. So do we want to then? So we'll call this battle maps. Oh, like how VTT changed the maps for
Yeah.
M&M, or
Yeah.
Something like that.
How
And how to use maps with superheroes, I think, is a good topic all by itself, because I
Mhm.
think a lot of people get caught up on, oh, well, I don't want you to be able to do all the squares in one turn, even though you move 2,000 miles an hour. And it's not really about that in M&M.
Yeah.
I'm going to put in VTT as well. So
Sounds good.
I put maps and superheroes, battle maps, and VTT.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Cool. Awesome. Bloop. All right. We are already into September. We're on September 16th. No, wait. Well, don't wait. But I'm just going to make sure that we have. I want.
Yeah. Now we're on September 16th. Yes.
Yeah, I want to make sure that we have our. Let me see other calendars. Go. Why aren't you scrolling? All right, we'll do that in a minute. obnoxious. I'm just trying to get our calendar, our holidays up so that we're not
Mhm.
scheduling over things.
Overwriting any holidays while we're at it.
Yeah.
And
What did RC say? Advice for running a 1-player, 1 GM?
one-on-one gaming. You talk
I
about
wonder
that?
if that could be
Yeah.
coupled with some other topics, maybe.
Possibly.
Or do we feel like that's beefy enough for an episode?
I think there's probably enough to talk about in
Yeah.
that topic that it
Awesome.
warrants one.
Perfect.
Yep.
Let's see. Well, 1-player, 1 GM. What are we calling that? Is it just one play?
I would call it
Solo
running
issue.
one-on-one
Oh yeah.
or solo heroes.
1-on-1. Yeah, solo heroes. Does that kind of?
Yep.
Do that.
I think that captures the energy we're looking for.
Solo
Yep.
hero. Also say solo hero.
Because we're generally speaking, one hero in the game master.
Running solo hero campaigns. 1 player. Oops. 1 GM. The title may shift or change, but that helps me remember. Oh, you know what else I want to do just to be sure that we don't forget is to say RC.
Yes.
Just so we get the credit where credit is due. Yeah.
I love the musical rhythm you have for that, Troy.
Right?
It's delirium. Nate says, I would love to see an episode that takes AI and biomechanics and cybernetics and computer engineering and rolls that all into one awesome, transcendent awesomeness for hero. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Sure. We can
Okay.
do cutting edge technology, basically.
Yeah. Do we
How
want
to
to call
predict
it?
the future?
Do we want to call it the singularity? What? Yeah, like because that's what we're talking about, right? Kind of like when.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking
cybernetics
about
and-
sort of near future cyberpunk tech.
I like that. We'll call that near future cyber tech.
Yeah, near, far,
Yeah.
wherever you are.
That's good.
I don't know why I'm compelled to put in your M&M because,
So, Sean Holland, say more about post-human superheroes, so we have more of a sense of what you mean by that. David
you
Bodie
mean like
wants an episode
cyberpunk?
about mixing genres, and we have an adventure coming up about that.
Oh yeah.
Oh
where
yeah.
You will get some of that.
Okay. Now, David Bullock also mentioned chase mechanics and
We can talk about that in vehicles.
yeah. And is there a chase mechanic that is just on foot?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there can be.
Same
I mean, it's all
mechanics apply.
challenge tests, so.
I see. I'm gonna just add, just so that we were sure to hit it. Just the single one, Hewitt. Just the one. Not every listing in the entire calendar, like I've done every time we've done this. Okay, so
chase mechanics. Yep. So SC Terra Marine wins so far for suggesting a discussion on mice, rats, and rodents in the history of comics.
Okay. I liked our ape episode that was in that vein.
I did too. That was good. So after that near future cyber tech, are we looking at so we added the chase mechanics. Then there is mechs and starships. That's a great one. Where does that where do we want a whole episode on
starships?
Yeah.
I mean, we could do an episode on both. We could do one on either one, really. They're both potentially rich topics.
Yeah. What are you feeling, Alex?
Yeah, I think that's probably 2 topics.
Okay. Flesh out the mech stuff for me as a topic.
Giant robots versus giant monsters.
Okay. I like that.
It's mecha and kaiju. They're 2 great tastes that go great together.
Mm-hmm.
So we can talk about both.
You got your
Ki-
robots in my peanut butter.
Right?
Kaijus, Kai.
Perfect. There you go.
Nice. Mecha and Kaiju. I do think that we have said two great tastes in the past because we have so many great tastes.
Right.
This is from Bode. And then I do like the idea of talking about that's two D's.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Your name is now David Bodefee. Okay, and then so yeah, how do you want to architect the Starship discussion?
Well, we can talk about a spacefaring campaign, as far as that goes, where obviously spaceships are going to feature pretty prominently.
Matthew Tyler mentioned Starhaven. Do we
Yep.
want to kind of do a revisit Starhaven Starships episode?
Yeah, like what are the challenges of having a starship to go wherever you want? Things to consider as the GM.
Yeah.
Starships and Starhaven. Two great tastes. No.
Right. Once again.
And I don't know if we don't have to have Starhaven as part of this, but it just felt like a spot to plug it in. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I'd certainly touch on it.
Great.
Yeah, I'd love to hit Starhaven again.
And that is Matthew Tyler.
It's been a while since I've stopped by Starhaven, so it'll be nice to see how they're doing.
Right.
For those of you not in the know, that was a project we created together with our friends in the former Patreon.
Indeed.
Now the membership.
The membership.
In
Exactly.
the think tank. Let's see. Thunderbirds are go, says Stan. Yeah, Voltron. Some good soup said pseudo summoners where you make a summoner without using the summon effect, maybe.
Well, Alex has touched on that.
Oh, you did. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a favorite, of Alex's for character design, is talking about the notion of effects that are not summoned, but essentially their descriptors are you summon something.
Yeah, that way you don't have a million character sheets you have to juggle.
Ooh, Sean Holland says mirror universes meeting your villainous reflection.
Yeah, we could do anti-Earth if we want to.
Fun.
Talking about evil universes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You feel good about that too, Alex? Yeah,
I feel good about that.
Awesome. Alrighty.
Love a good anti-hero.
Very evocative name. Reflection. There we go. Yeah, that kind of just evokes a bunch of different ways we can go. Universes of potential topics.
Yes.
Let's get messy.
Let's do it. Let's get messy. Okay, and now we're already into October. We're October 28th.
So
things start to get spooky.
I was going to say the 28th should obviously be our spooky episode.
Mm-hmm.
We want to talk about Halloween horrors and whatnot.
Yeah, I love it.
When was the 50-year anniversary of D&D?
It's this year.
I was thinking, speaking of like spooky sort of monster episodes, I was thinking about being cheeky and like, how do I play a dungeon and or dragon? And just making a player character that is a dungeon and a player character that is a dragon for Eminem.
Well, we can do that, and we can revisit the whole Warriors and Warlocks source book from second edition and talk about using Eminem to play swords and sorcery style fantasy stuff.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
All right, how do I do? Does that go here on the 21st, or is that more of a closer to the spooky time, or?
That's a hard question.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna say put swords and sorcery on the 21st.
Okay. Swords and sorcery. what's the hook? What's the
Fantasy M&M and Adventures.
like that? Fantasy M&M and Adventures?
Adventures.
Adventures.
Or campaigns. Either way.
Perfect. All right, there we go. And did that come out of our brains, or was that somebody in chat?
I think that was us.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was
great.
us.
And likewise, we'll do Halloween horrors on the 28th.
Nice. Halloween horrors. And all right. Somebody on Facebook, and I'm sorry, Facebook friend, you are only listed as a dash because Facebook hates you and does not want us to know who you are. I have a feeling I know who this is when they say, talk about the astonishing adventures assembled's contacts.
Oh, yeah, the contacts that are in that book. That would be a cool topic.
Yeah.
You want to place a bet on who that might be?
Is it
I
Claude?
have a pretty good guess.
No,
I think it's John.
I think it's Gene.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, astonishing adventures contacts. And what are those?
They're a list of handy dandy NPCs you could drop into any game who have they have some specialized knowledge that lets you tap into answering questions for the heroes. Yeah.
Of NPCs. Great. And that is... I'm betting that, and I think that's how... Gene, you'll have to correct me if that's you, and if it ain't you, fess up. Okay. Nice. Okay, great. Now we are... we are going so fast.
Right.
This is, every year we get better and better at this. Let's see. The interwar period was a wild time. Crime and intrigue were all over the place. The interwar period. Says
I was going to say between which wars.
Yeah, right. An episode that also helps teams work better together in and out of combat. Oh, Nate also mentions The Magician's Sin, which is a book by one Alex Thomas.
It is. What about it as a topic?
Right.
I just mentioned that it exists.
I mean, we are going to talk about Titan City, so.
Yeah. I do like the idea of talking about sort of a nuts and boltsy kind of like, hey, this is how you get ready for combat, or think about teamwork makes the dream work.
Well, do we want to do an episode focused on the Super Team Handbook, which among other things does talk about that?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
We can do an episode looking at the Super Team Handbook, which is a resource that does those things.
Love it.
That exists that people can get.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's look. Was Super Team Handbook?
Yep.
And
let's look
at the Super Team Handbook. And I'm going to put Nate down for that. Also, just to capture his notion of combat.
And teamwork out of combat seemed to be a desired topic.
Teamwork.
How to be a super team.
Right.
Be a super team, not a something that rhymes with team.
Not a not super team.
Yes. Be a super team, not a unsuper team.
Not a jerk.
Not a jerk. All right. Good. Okay. Nice. Let me get. Sean, you are absolutely right. We'll bump that scene structure and everything ahead. Oh man, I'm telling you, this heartburn is giving it to me. I hope it's heartburn. I could be actively having a myocardial infarction right here.
I neutralized that.
My preference would be that you're not doing that.
Right?
Yeah. It's up to me.
Please consult the employee handbook, Troy, and remember that is
That's
not
right. John.
one rule.
Yeah, exactly. He's had one rule to follow: running a Heroes in Exile adventure mini campaign, such as the Legion Lost or World War Hulk comics or Thor Ragnarok MCU movies. Yeah, that's from John.
Sure.
I had to roam
down
around.
for that.
That sounds dope.
Yep.
Feels like a November-y kind of thing to talk about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Heroes in Exile.
Heroes
It's just
in
dramatic. I love it.
Exile.
There's no H in Exile.
Exile.
That's
that's a bunch of guys living in Argentina after the war.
I think it's just my over dramatic opener has got me saying Heroes in Exile.
Right.
Let's see. Here, we'll just do Heroes in Exile. That's descriptive enough. And I'm going to put you right here, Mr. Pologic. I hope I say your name right, and I'm sure I don't every time.
No, it's Pologic, I'm pretty sure.
But I say that I mispronounce it with love, and I spell it like somebody who has just been introduced to a keyboard. See, okay.
Like typing's hard.
Yeah, there we go.
So now the topic is such, Troy, but SC Terra Marine wants to know if we prefer people to use Twitch or YouTube.
YouTube, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we also, pay attention to both. So, yeah. So
watch our stream from wherever you like.
That's right.
Comfort of your own internet platform.
Exactly. Indeed. We do love YouTube better than most, and you'll note that we're not streaming to Twitter any longer because they wanted us to pay for it over my dead buddy. Okay, so we got some Star Heavy content already. Topic requests from Rebel Moose: jamming tools that people use, like VTTs, stuff to organize campaigns. Yeah, we have actually.
Well, we are going to talk about VTT at some point. So
yeah, but I think what they're talking about are the things that you might, like templates and things,
wikis and templates and things like that.
Yeah, all the little fun stuff that you could have. You don't necessarily have to have, but are helpful.
Yeah, how to put your notes together.
Yeah. So what would we call that?
GM toolbox.
Yeah, the GM's toolbox.
Yeah, I like that. It only makes me slightly nauseous that we're already moving into Christmas.
Into December at least, yeah.
The GM's toolbox. That is Rebel Moose.
Yeah. Planning and organizing your world.
And Rebel Moose is REBELMOUSE, right? Like the moose?
That's mouse.
I don't think he's like the delicious dessert. I think he's more like the antlered animal. But
oh, okay. Right. So that would be MOOCE. Right? Sure. What about tokens and miniatures for battle maps? I think we'll touch on that.
We're going to cover that in the
battle
maps episode. Right. But there are a lot of VTT tokens for M&M out there.
That's right. There are. Hey, maybe we'll come with some gifts for people watching.
Maybe
villains for Golden Age heroes. What do you think about that?
I think that's a fun topic idea.
Yeah.
How to handle masked mystery people and how to avoid certain negative stereotypes from supervillains of that era.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Kind of redeem some of the old...
We can talk a little bit about Alex's own World War II era adventure, which should hopefully be out by then.
Yeah. There's a bunch of evil Nazis in it. So
there's a bunch. I was going to say there's a bunch of Golden Age villains in that.
What is it? It's just a Golden Age adventure?
Yeah, it's a Titan City adventure called the Jordanau Mystery.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it deals with the invasion of Poland and a group of American superheroes who pop in to say, actually, let's make sure they don't find any mystical portals or anything while they're here.
That's your player characters.
Yeah. What was the name? How am I spelling that again? The Jordanau?
Jordanau. JORDANOW.
Oh, okay. Just like that. The Jordanau.
Yeah, I agree with the RC. Our evil Nazi is a trifle redundant, but
Yeah. Well,
It's the Jordan Now Adventure.
I'm paid by the word most of the time.
Mystery.
Thank you. Nice. And that's villains for Golden Age heroes.
Okay, so SC Terra Marine has a good one of when you've got your Silver Age and my Iron Age, how do you deal with a hero who is basically got the wrong expectations?
Got you. Okay, is that closer to the? Sorry, I'm still I'm behind chat. I know. Well, not behind. You know, we're moving through.
Indeed.
And yeah, and if do me a favor, friends. I'm not sure, given kind of our format, if you have to repeat people. We'll we'll pick it up or
We'll
we
scroll
won't.
through.
Yeah. So what was that topic again? I'm sorry.
So just the notion of, when you have sort of mismatched expectations, of the genre as far as that goes, genre mismatch, let's call it.
Okay. Do we want to call it managing? What is the thing we're solving for there? Like
Managing expectations.
Managing expectations. And is it the expectations of the players, or is it the GM, or if someone comes in there thinking I'm a flapper, and you're like, this is the 70s?
Yeah.
I gotcha. Managing genre expectations.
Some of the GM aspect of that is communicating expectations.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But likewise for the players, communicating the kinds of characters they want and the kind of adventures they want and those sorts of things.
Got you. Okay, making sure you match your genre expectations. Oops. With your players and how to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Who is the game we're playing?
That's SC Terra Marine.
How to make sure you don't get 3 Power Rangers and the Punisher.
Right.
I know SC have a number, but I'm ignoring that number. How about dealing with speedsters? The Roadrunner Conundrum, says Raymond Stegman.
You want to do a whole episode on speedsters? I mean, we could, I suppose.
I think we could, because it is a point of contention for a lot of people, I think.
Okay.
All right. Fair enough.
And we have to do the whole entire episode fast talking.
Yes.
Right.
Listen to this episode on 0.75 or 1.75
do other game masters just not have characters who can make walls materialize out of nowhere?
Right. Yes. A speed bump suddenly appear.
That kind of deals with most speedsters right there.
Yeah. Well, some people are like, if I'm a speedster, how come I can't attack 75 times in a turn and things like that? And just
got you.
Why are the Roadrunner unrealistic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dealing with that
episode on
that. Okay, there's something here. Multiple GMs. Could that maybe fit into the one GM, one player?
I think that's more of a joy of game mastering topic, really.
Okay, yeah, I like that idea too.
I agree.
How to run an ongoing game when you have yourself as the GM GMs. And another backup GM.
What if you only have one player but you have 4 GMs?
That poor
sounds
player.
like the worst time.
It sounds like watching your 4 parents fight.
What did I do to you?
So are we just going to the end of the year, or are we going to push through into January?
This is unprecedented that we've gotten so far into this that we're now into Christmas time, and we haven't even, I haven't had time to get my spirits into the spirit.
Right.
So yeah, and then we have lots of ideas. So gentlemen, what do you think? I mean, we literally have.
Yeah, I think we can keep going.
Okay. Sure. I mean, why not? That's one of the things I love about this whole process is that these topics are so evergreen. Okay, so let's talk about. We talked about that one. Thank you for that. One shot I'd run with the speedster. Okay. Oh, I see. We have cosmic villains like Omega and how to run them.
Yeah, you can do cosmic villains.
Mhm.
Okay.
How to be super powerful without being obnoxious.
Run a cosmic villain in your.
Or how to be super powerful and obnoxious.
I like it. So here's something that I noticed that that's William Lang that we haven't really talked about here, and that is or done is an activity. Like rather than just kind of pontificating. Doing a thing. We've done so many different things.
Sure.
Some kind of activity. Let's see. The one-on-one could easily be paired with solo chat if you don't think that's enough. Okay. We are. I do hate that we run behind like this, but unfortunately, one shot I ran with a player with speedster powers on the battle map. I just moved the token off the map when they tell me where they were appearing when it was their turn to charge in. I like that. Perhaps some more star. Okay, we've done that.
Yep.
Running okay. A topic on what it means to be a superhero.
Speaking of pontificating.
I was just going to say we can pontificate quite a bit about that.
Yeah, right. Now, I wonder, this is where we're going to have to maybe move some things around. So we're moving into this era or this time, the holiday time. And,
yes.
We've got, let's see. I think that we would probably run a cosmic villain in that space. We'd probably want to do our holiday episode.
Mm-hmm.
Or do we want to do it maybe on the 16th?
Well, 23rd is closer to the holiday.
That's true. I'm not sure. We don't take that off.
We do.
The 23rd?
I mean, not the 23rd.
Yeah.
I was going to say the week between Christmas and New Year's usually.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to move.
Which generally means we probably will not have a show on the 30th.
Right. And this will actually move to the...
So this will be our last one of the year.
And this is going to go to... We're going to move it to the 6th. And now, what do we like to do for the holiday?
Last year we played Jackbox. That was fun.
I thought that was fun. I don't know if it was our most watched, but it was sure fun. Yeah, so why don't we just call it the Holiday Extravaganza?
Yes.
Yeah, the holiday hangout.
We'll plan something suitably extravagant.
We will. The Holiday Extravaganza.
Perfect.
Something extravagant.
Yeah, come watch Alex suffer again for 24 hours.
Let's not do that again.
Didn't even think about that.
I didn't make it last year. I got to do it until I make it. But
did you pass out on stream?
No.
I was going to do it with you, but
I got to like 22 and a half hours, and I was like, I am tired.
I'm out.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's great. Now, SC Turn Marine did bring up Armor Up, discussing the history of battle suits and comics and the best ways to use them, which feels a lot like the mech.
It's sort of tangential to the mecha discussion because battle
Okay.
suits are just really small mecha.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. With a guest appearance by a certain elf who attends the Claremont Academy.
Elf light.
Oh, I see.
Just half elf.
This is great. Let me just read the whole thing. So, battle suits and comics and the best ways to use them in your games, both as players and GMs, with guest appearance by Daedalus. Descended from the Fae, a history of elves in comics and how to use them in your game for both the player and GMs, with a guest appearance by a certain elf who attends the Claremont Academy. Oh, Rats, with a guest appearance by Packrat from Emerald City. The history of mice, rats, and other rodents in comics. That's great.
Right.
3 great topics. How do we want to parse those?
I'm game for any or all of those.
Yeah. We'd be cheeky and say that it's one of our holiday episodes talking about elves, but it's really Santa's elves we're talking about.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna write this out first, and let's go with. I really do like this. Steve, I know you kind of piqued your interest as well, and that would be Oh, rats.
No rats.
Yep.
Yeah, I
down
really
for it.
like the rat topic.
Let's
As long as we
see.
can talk about Rocket Raccoon also.
I think, yeah. Well, that's Trash Panda. Is that a?
Rodents and trash pandas and whatnot of all kinds.
Oh my, yeah. Okay. With guest appearances by Pack Rat. I'm just putting that in there just to cue us. Pack Rat. And history of mice, rats, and other trash pandas in comics. All right, that's great. Oh no, and I also want to say SCTM. I will not remember what that is. I
You
look at it and
telling
be
us
like,
yourself,
what is
Troy?
SCT?
You just wrote it, and they're like, "What did I write? Why did I write that?"
does it mean?
Exactly. All right. So great. Okay. And now a couple other topics we got Armor Up.
Yep.
And then we've got the Descended from Fae.
Right. David
We
Bullock, the Oxford comma would be a really disturbing supervillain. You know,
Indeed.
I mean, literally
obsessed with lists, I assume.
interrupting people.
Right, constantly
Exactly.
interrupting and correcting people.
So what do we think? I mean, they're all three great topics. So
Yeah.
do we want to add them all, just kind of one after the other?
Yeah, just
Sure.
sprinkle them in.
Yeah.
Bring them on.
Battle. I will put
Armor Up.
armor. I like that he's given us some evocative titles.
Right.
Armor Up. The history of battle suits. Oops. In comics. And I'm going to make sure
Which
we
will
don't
not be just the history of Iron Man, but will feature a lot of Iron Man.
And we'll put Daddy List in there.
love him.
DAEDALUS. Or I don't know if everybody on this call loves him.
Look, we tolerate him most of the time.
Right.
He's fine.
Alex loves kidnapping him.
It's
true.
That's right. All right. And then we have
My favorite damsel.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Daedalus and Jimmy Olsen.
Let's see. What did you say about elves? That was really fun. It was armor. So we have Armor Up. Descended from the Fae. All right, I like that.
Yes. William Lang, if we wanted to do creative uses of the features power, we could just read all the features out of power profiles.
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking at that recently for a completely unrelated reason.
No reason whatsoever. Keep it secret.
And Troy.
Yeah.
Can we tack on talking about Avalon in the Earth Prime setting to that?
So in the Descended from Fae?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's a Fae realm / dimension. So
It's
gotcha.
elvish.
Combine requested topics.
And is it just Avalon, or is it like Avalon
Avalon is just it. Yep.
And that's the Fae dimension.
It is a Fae dimension. It is not the Fae dimension.
A Fae dimension. Avalon. And that also is a CT and Marine. Terran Zareen. Beautiful. I am just butchering everybody's name, and I'm not doing it on purpose. All right.
Ow, my name.
Ow.
Right.
Right. So a bit more broad, but what about teaching people how to help new players who feel very anxious? Yeah, that's a great due to bad experiences.
Yeah.
I think it's just a good topic for us. One of the things that I lament is that as people who make games, I think we can sometimes forget that fresh-faced feeling of, and getting into the weeds sometimes. And also, there's a lot of people are kind of walking around with some TTRPG trauma.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Let's call that.
So introducing new players to Mutants and Masterminds.
How about introducing new players painlessly to M&M? I like that too because it's less about like let's talk about all of our TTRPG traumas, but to just prepare to have that sort of frictionless intro to the world. Alrighty, let's see, and that was
properly lubricating your new players.
Hold please while I change the title. That's some good soup.
Slide right in.
Don't make me laugh. I'm gonna start coughing. All right, so VTT killed the tabletop star. That sounds political.
That sounds a little adversarial to our much beloved VTT.
A little bit, just a tiny bit. Making powers for PL7 character who is an AI with no official body. Wait a minute. Okay, so a character who is an AI with no
Disembodied characters and why they're annoying.
I know the answer to that one.
How to kill a ghost.
How to kill a ghost. Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
It could be the Who You Gonna Call episode.
We're not really that annoying. All right, so I have a character called Singularity. There's so much more. We are almost done with the show, and we've got so many more.
Well, folks may have to hold them for the next planning episode.
I know. I hate to do it.
We're all the way into February.
I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot, friends. I mean, look at all of this. Months and months and months. We're almost ready to go back into summer again.
Yep. And at the same time, we're going to be just like, oh, is it time for another planning episode again?
Already? We will, even though we've mapped out well over the 3-month,
Right.
Listen, I absolutely
6 months.
I love everybody's every idea is great. I mean, and I mean that. Like, we look at the ideas and there's always some great hooks to kind of talk about, but there's only so many days and only so many of us. Here's my promise to you all. This will change. There will be illness. There'll be a holiday we forgot. There will be, for instance, I'm looking now at the December. Oh yeah, that's right. We
skipped that. We're good.
We skipped that. To give ourselves a little holiday break. But I'm going to go through and collect some of these other topics because sometimes something more timely pops up, and we might want to swap it in or. At our discretion. But let me do this. I'm going to stop sharing and give you two back your noggin space. And
Rebel Moose asks if anyone has done a Google Sheet index of all the episodes of M&M and their topics, of Mumemo and their topics. And I think if somebody wants to do that, you really should.
You're going to...
That would be a useful mouse tool for us later.
Yeah, you'll get amazing.
Right?
Oh shoot! Sorry, my internet pooped out again. And I missed what you said. So I will repeat what I said, which is, if someone did that, we would do something amazing for you.
Right.
Let me get this shareable link to
this
calendar. Now here's
gratitude.
Yeah, I mean, it's something. I mean, like, that's just amazing. But I'm also posting this link, and if you're watching on demand, look in the live chat, and I'll also post it in the show notes. This is our shared link. You can click on that link and follow that calendar. So when there's updates or when Troy inevitably deletes the entire calendar on accident, you will be notified that
something bad has happened.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
Yes. David Bodie asks, are all the Mumemo episodes online? And the answer is yes. The best place to find them would be on the YouTubes, which helps us keep a real nice. Let's see. Matthew Taylor says, creating a new Unison-related organization. Yeah, honestly, you might want to talk with Dominic.
Yeah.
Because he kind of created that organization.
That was kind of his thing for his episode.
All right, friends, it is 2:56. That means we have given a full hour of amazing, creative, and it's remarkable that we can do this fast and with such great topics that have real depth. Why don't we do this before we go? Again, chat, thank you so much for all your great ideas. They haven't gone like if you weren't able to kind of jump in early enough to share your idea, or you've got great ideas later, we're going to collect them all and we'll see. I know that we've got Alex's Joy of Game Mastering, which was a great place to have some of these conversations. And you kind of go, how long do you, yes. Mastermind Pook says, everyone remember to lovingly caress that like button. You want to subscribe by tickling the bell, and then also share this with a friend. Say, hey, look, you are a hero and you can be a better hero by checking out this particular episode. So let's start. Steve, we'll start with you, actually. What have you got cooking in the coming week?
Well, if I am reading the calendar correctly, we have our design workshop coming up at the end of the week.
Yes,
for folks who are taking part in the membership on Atomic Think Tank. And we are off to a really good start on our new setting design. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we come up with and what we talk about.
I'm telling you, gentlemen, they are on fire. Literally, they have met, they're talking, the ideas are churning. It's a lot of fun. And Alex, this is based on your notion of kind of small town heroes.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep. The nice little town of Pinewood, Ohio, and the problems brewing underneath it.
So cool. A lot of problems brewing, let me tell you.
We came up with I think a really fun, just sort of high concept for it in the course of our first workshop. And we basically went from zero to having this really interesting high concept for it.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how it grows from there.
That's super fun. And that's a membership only opportunity that you, by paying $8 a month over at Atomic Think Tank, you will be able to join in and have some fun with that. And then, oh, sorry, go ahead, Steve.
I was going to say, and I think our M&M mix-up is releasing this week as well.
It is releasing this week. Yes, it is indeed.
Awesome. I'm also looking forward to seeing what folks have decided for the next one.
That's right. And my apologies. We will get that. I've just been, under the weather.
No, I get it.
And then, okay, great. That's good stuff. And then, Alex, what have you got cooking?
I'm returning to Freedom League Dark in the Multiverse of the Master Mage after a long hiatus this Wednesday. So excited to jump back into the last part of that madness. With Eldritch doing bad, horrible things, and our heroes trying to stop him. So we'll see how that goes.
There was a question about our actual play. We need to schedule that, huh? We need to get that. Yeah, so we'll tackle that this week. Thanks for the reminder. And
I'm very much looking forward to finishing that up as well.
That'll be fun.
Find a day that works because it's going to be a lot of fun. I ran that adventure at Gen Con, and it was everybody had a great time. So.
Yeah, super fun. And Paul Ruhr says luchadors make everything better. Thank you for dropping links, everybody. Do make sure to check out UntoldStoriesProject.com for updates on things that Alex is doing with that group. Lots of fun, great live streams all the time. And then, of course, the Atomic Think Tank. But we're going to be doing a What's in the Tank here very shortly, as I realized I probably need to share the link with Devious so that he can join us. What's in the tank? Now I'm going to play something, and it's old because I haven't had a chance to update it, but you'll get the gist. Any final words, friends, before we cap it on this segment of Mutants and Masterminds Monday?
Just check out the Atomic Think Tank, and there's a lot going on there, more and more all the time.
Oh yeah,
So that is where all of the buzz about M&M is happening.
Yeah, lots of stuff happening, and we will dive deep into that topic in just mere moments as soon as I hit this button that I can't seem to find. Awesome. Hey guys, thank you so much. Have a lovely rest of your Monday, and we'll see you two next Mutants Masterminds Monday.
Yes,
It'll be
indeed.
All
wonderful.
right.
Everybody
Bye-bye.
make good
Cheers, everybody.
choices. Be the
Make
change
good
you want
cho-
to see in the world.
Right.
Love it. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was a nice little shocking drop in the middle of what I'm trying to do, but let me do this. And now it's time for What's in the Tank.
Scanning. Welcome.
Access granted. Hello, Devious.
Hi, how's it
How
going?
are you,
out
my
there?
friend?
Living the dream, boy howdy. Let me tell you, unicorns, rainbows, and puppy dogs all day long.
All day long. That's a lot of animals.
That is. But I corral them pretty well.
Nice. Excellent. I too am some sense of unicorn, rainbow, dancing on dogs, or whatever you said.
Yeah, puppy dogs. There.
That's right. You know that I'm under the weather. But
Yes, and I'm hoping that you feel better. I hope you're eating. I feel like your Jewish mother at the moment. I hope you're drinking your chicken soup. Take care of yourself.
I do appreciate it. You know, honestly, sometimes the best medicine is just knowing that people are out there going, "Hey, you feeling all right?" So my thanks to everybody who has sent notes and been like, "Are you okay?" Because I am okay. Just COVID. I think this is my 5th. So is this my bingo?
Yeah, like you get a mug, I think. Yeah. I
Oh,
think
nice. I'm
you
looking
know,
forward to
at
them.
10 you get a toaster. So or toaster oven.
Really?
I don't know which one, toaster or toaster. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I will. Yeah, I'll check my my little catalog of
I
illnesses.
think
It's,
you have your punch card, right?
that's right. Yeah, and this is the air fryer anniversary of COVID and I. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Very sweet. Let's see what people are saying in chat. So many people talking about good stuff. Did you see all those topics, man?
Oh, good Lord. They flew by.
They did.
On the feed, it was just like, and another topic, and another topic, and another topic. I cannot believe you got all the way to mid-February.
And we had more to go. I mean, absolutely, yeah, stunning. And also, I just was kind of checking out the questions and the ideas. None of them are, goose eggs. Like there's some really good ones. There's great ones, and then there's great ones. Like, I mean, it's it's really top shelf stuff. So I do want to thank everybody for that. And I just feel so badly for folks who have continued to share such great ideas. And I don't know how we do it, but why do we never repeat topics? You'd think we would, but we don't. That's how good we are.
There are some topics, like I said, that might need to be revisited. I think, if somebody does put that Google spreadsheet together of episodes, it'd be wonderful to go back and look through them and go like, hey, we could do that again.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, just there's so much to go view. If you go to YouTube, go to Green Running and look back at all the memos out there, there is a huge amount of information and thought that has gone into that.
Yeah, it's about time too for me to go through and make sure that we've got all of our episodes in the Mumemo collection. And I think that we're gonna call them seasons, right? I'm gonna I'll start a new collection I think they call them collections. They might call them something different, but I'm not going to look. So we'll just organize them by season, by
Sure.
planning
I
episode.
like what Gray said. What did you think would happen? You asked us to come locked and loaded.
I'm just saying, every year we get better and better at it. Like the first time we did it, it was fun. It was like a little like, okay, let's talk about this a bit. But we were just zipping through with It's
RC said playlist. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Thank you. Playlist.
No.
That's exactly right.
Paul said, honestly, with all the new folks coming to the Atomic Think Tank, it's probably not a bad idea to revisit some topics. Yeah,
very true. You know what I think we might do? How about this? And as we said, generally every planning session, we reserve the right to change things. And I think I might want to run a poll that says, what are some topics you'd like to see? And then maybe bump some things around and, extend episodes and that kind of thing. So we'll do that. And of course, like all creative endeavors, it's ongoing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So if something you're really passionate about, feel free to also flag me down on the Atomic Think Tank, which you can do by going to. Yeah,
absolutely. And if you have a topic that you want to frankly discuss because you feel that you have some knowledge or experience on it, write an article. The Freedom City Library is there for you to come out and talk about what you're passionate about, what you feel, give tips. If there's something, experience that you had that upon reflection you might have dealt with differently, write an article about it, right?
Absolutely.
Write, what you learned from it.
Or, and the other thing as well is that if it's a topic that you want to explore, you can even write an article from that vantage point. Like, this is like, we need as a community to have more conversations about this subject and to, and kind of, lay it out there for the community to kind of get a sense of what you got on your mind, and then even a call to action, like have people respond and share their thoughts based on something that's kind of sticking in your brain. So
there's comments on those articles for a reason. I mean, if you put something out there, people can respond, they can give their input, and basically people can read over it and it can grow from there.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm not sure I'm following you. Jay Gray says, let's be real, Troy. Half a year is only on Facebook. Half a year is only on Facebook. Every time I get on Facebook, it feels like more than a year. It's just one day. But how to create your own fast food mascot for your campaign.
Hey,
we should do
no.
Let's do a mascot contest.
Oh my God, I have one. William Lang, I showed him my game, and I try to include whenever I make a campaign city, at least one completely corny fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
Basically, it just adds color. But yeah, I do commercials for them and everything. So
I have been looking for the long lost, way back in the day, back when Crystal Fraser was our line lead for Mutants and Masterminds. We did. Crystal did a map making episode, and she invented a juicy juice, orange flavored juice, and I designed a mascot called Juicy Juice the Bear, and it was a bear riding a orange around, like classic kind of Russian bear, dancing bear thing. So
in my Atlanta campaign, we have Chippy's Chicken, and Chippy is the chipmunk, and everything starts with a CH sound because they have the Chippy's cheddar chicken chili chalupa, and for dessert they have the cherry chocolate cheesecake. There's also the cherry chiller, which is a frozen cherry beverage.
You've got to be chitting me.
No, and then there's the Chippy's chips, and you can get the Chili's Chippy chips as well. It's just so.
Yeah, this is great. Only in Chicago, though.
There you go.
Real quick. This is actually a really good question. Some Good Soup says, I have a question about, I'm presuming that's canon and not Xanon, unless you mean Xanon from planet Fanon. Do you guys have anything made for the Bermuda Triangle? Do we?
I don't know. That would be a better question for when Alex was here.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that's an interesting concept. And also, I think that we probably could revisit all the childhood favorites. Like, why isn't there more quicksand in Mutants and Masterminds?
I know. That's what I'm, Now I was so prepared for that, but
Yeah.
then I ran. The rest of my life happened, and quicksand never came up. I'm surprised.
Not once, not even
Yeah, I know.
once. I've carried a stick around for the bulk of my childhood in anticipation.
Absolutely. And,
to
I
no
was told,
avail.
the procedure for dealing with it, and lie flat as flat as
That's right.
possible. Try
Yeah,
to
it's
swim
kind
across
of
the top, and I'm like, I'm
float.
ready,
Yeah.
and it never happened. Just oh well.
All right.
So
Well, yeah.
disappointed.
So that's that does feel like a good topic as well. But let's move on to a different topic, and that's what's in the tank. And we've got some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we do have
Yeah.
actually quite a bit of stuff. We
Hooray.
have only one entry. Ooh, oh, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Can't tell you what it means to me. For the Aegis files, we have the Quantum Ogre, which I kind of did as a parody.
The Quogre?
From the Quantum Ogre, as Alex was talking about railroading in the last Joy of Game Mastering, and talked about that, and also talked about the Quantum Ogre. So I put in a character who he doesn't know exactly why he exists. He just knows that every once in a while he is called upon to appear and do combat. The Quantum Ogre has a religious-like dedication to an entity known as only the GM, who sends him messages advising him when to attack those known as the players. And Quantum Ogre does not remember his past nor plans for the future. He knows not exactly why those chosen are designated as the players, nor the reason why he must attack them. Yet he knows he must do his best to defeat them, or unless the GM feels it might discourage the players too much, in which case he must throw the combat in their direction.
The players.
That's right. He's very philosophical about his existence. He does, if engaged in conversation, so
I love
he simply
that.
is. So
He simply is.
he simply is. Yeah.
It
But
always has
anyway,
been.
I thought that might be a hoot.
It is a hoot. I've hooted.
Now, do I get a toot for the hoot?
Oh yes, here's a toot for your hoot. Look at that.
Ooh, that was a long drawn out one too. But anyway,
little toot here.
In the tank, we've got review of Tower Prep, basically, which is a TV series that used to be, I believe, on Cartoon Network. Paul Dini, who is just like amazing, had a hand in Batman the Animated Series back in the day, helped put the program together, and Paul Rua did a article on it and in review, and basically how to incorporate things from the show into your Mutants Masterminds campaign. It's kind of like Hero High, but kind of turned on its ear, because it has an interesting premise in that these kids wake up in the school. They don't really remember how they got there or where they're at, and they start developing superpowers. So it's an interesting. I wish I could find a place where I could watch it, but I've looked on Disney, looked on Netflix. I'm just gonna have to keep my eye out for it and see if I can hopefully find it in the future. If anybody knows where you can watch Tower Prep online or stream it, let me know. I would love to see it. But
what is it called again? It's called Tower
Prep, like preparatory school.
Okay,
Tower Prep.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So, but anyway, he did a review in there, and he also talked about how to implement stuff for that into your Mutants Masterminds game. Also, Arakor Varak did I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
It's spelled right.
Yes, it's spelled Arakor Varak, but it's pronounced luxury yacht. Anyway, he had a wonderful article about broader expertise, and basically, instead of having a very, very narrow range of expertise when you select expertise, having it be a little bit more of a broader range for you. So like humanities and things like that, or history in general, and just really good, thoughtful, thought-provoking article on a well-structured proposal to integrate into your game mechanics. So.
Nice. Nate Robbins has pasted just a whole big bunch of information. Tower Prep is available to stream on Roku, Apple TV, Cartoon Network. You can also buy episodes on Roku for 99 cents each.
Where was that?
And then a Roku ad. Looks like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to check out. What is Roku? Anyway,
and he has posted it. It looks like twice.
Oh, was it in the tank?
No, it's in chat.
chat in YouTube.
But in chat, in the live chat, if you look to the live chat, do you see it?
Oh, the live chat. Did not know he was in here.
Oh, he's always in here.
Oh,
He's always
there we-
around.
Dun dun dun. Oh yeah,
awesome.
there it is. Oh, it's on Facebook. That's why I'm not looking at it right now. I didn't. Yeah.
If you
I'm
don't
good.
see the live chat in the tool,
I'm looking at the YouTube thing because that's what I normally watch. But now I'm looking at it in the tool and I see it all.
yeah. Where if you're looking at it through Streamyard, you'll be able to see all the chats that come in.
Right. Gray Man Roku is a TV service. Thank you, Gray. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Wait, what TV? What is a TV?
A TV is I don't know. I stream stuff, you know.
A terrain vehicle.
Exactly. It's kind of like how the funny some girl found a 3.5-inch floppy disk and said, "Oh, someone did a 3D printed version of the Save logo."
Ouch.
Yeah,
we're old,
I'm old,
buddy.
We are
Old.
I saw another really funny thing where this guy in a hotel room handed the receiver of a phone, a corded phone, to his daughter after he was finished talking and said, "Hang that up for me." And she just looked at like, hang up, hang up. What do you mean?
I do also like how the symbol for the hand symbol back in the day, you put your thumb and your pinky, thumb to the ear, pinky to the mouth, like call me.
Yeah.
It's not that way anymore. It's like call me, holding something to the side of your head. Because some people have never used that kind of phone. Anyway,
right.
So moving on from our elderly, and I'm honestly fast forwarding into super elderly lives. What else have you got cooking in the tank?
Well, I've done about 3 articles for the tank in there. I did a plot hook challenge. Everybody, I'd really like you to get in there and answer. There's no wrong answers on a plot hook challenge. Basically, what we're doing is we are saying, hey, here's a situation. Where would you as a game master take it next? What are some possibilities that you see, taking your characters and doing something with this? What's going on in the background? I've only given you like a smidgen of an idea. Go ahead and take a look and see what you would do next. I also did an article on not a straight up fight. It's on basically how to implement other type of plot ideas into your game. So, something that's constantly just combat after combat after combat is going to get tedious. By breaking things up into adding elements like a chase in there, adding elements like racing up against other things. Basically, it means that you can means that you get a little variation to your players. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there.
That's right. I mean, yeah. Let's like
straight up fight. And the plot hook challenge, I'm going to put in there because
do that.
One of the final things I did, and this is the first part of 3 articles. It's something called Next Tech, and basically technological impact and Mutes and Masterminds campaign. There are things that we are right now on the cusp of technologically wise in the real world, and that's everything from CRISPR technology to AI to quantum computing, et cetera. What I've tried to do is take a look at those new technological innovations coming out and see how that could be implemented not only into the system as far as mechanics wise, but how a game master can use that in the game itself.
Nice.
As plot hooks and things like that.
I like it. Or plooks, as they're called.
Yes, plooks. Plooks is definitely how that's called. One moment. Let me see if I can. Oh, it's a little too long to put in there. Let me pare that down. Hold, please. Thank you.
Let me give you some hold music. There
you go. Well, you cannot erase an H on an HTTPS thing. I'm not going to do that. Now, will it work?
Yeah.
I'm going to. Here we go. I'm going to shorten Mutes and Masterminds to M&M. Aha!
Why not?
There we go. That's smart.
Let's see what's chitter chatting in the chat.
Right.
I do so love it when people coach the people on the program from chat. It's one of my favorite things.
Yes.
Let's see. William says, I'm on to that challenge tonight. Now I'm feeling better. I don't know what stale toss means, but I'm certain it is something that will irritate me. Paul Ruiz says, William, awesome. I had a lot of fun with the plot hook challenge. Looking forward to seeing what you come up with.
Yay!
Nice.
But and in the future, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting out more kind of GM plot hook challenges for GMs as to, hey, if you're in this situation, what would you do? And again, it's no wrong answers. A lot of it is just seeing how other GMs react to a situation when it arises. And if anything, if you review what some of the answers are, it might help you in a situation that you might get to in the future as well.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. So,
here's the situation. My parents went away on a week's vacation.
And yes,
that's
exactly.
right. And they left the keys to the brand new Porsche. Would they mind? Well, of course not.
Of course
I could go on. I know you do, Jay. I know you joke, Jay Gray. Let's see. We are careening wildly into the future in the slowest time machine that we've got that we're all sharing. Yeah. What else do we have got cooking in the tank?
Well, it has come time for another challenge.
Oh no.
Yes.
I mean, yay.
Yay. The Atomic Think Tank Challenge is Pimp My Super Ride.
Oh, I love the sound of this. Do go on.
And it's tying into the next week's topic of vehicles. And basically, are you ready to rev up your creative engine? The Atomic Think Tank presents the Pimp My Super Ride Challenge.
Nice.
We want you to get in Aegis Files or Freedom City Library. For Aegis Files, we would like to see you create a vehicle. And it can be a supercar, a super motorbike, a jet, or a tank. It can be for one character, or it could be like the group jet or the group transport, whatever. We want to see you make a vehicle and get that into the Aegis Files. Also, if you have an idea for, incorporating vehicles into your game, from like combat, vehicle combat, chase scenes, navigating the intricacies of creating it, go ahead and make an article and put that in the Freedom City Library. Either way, we're going to do a random drawing again, and if you win the random drawing, you are going to get a PDF of your choice from the Green Ronin store and the coveted, the prestigious Green Ronini Award.
You are so funny, the Green Ronini, which is you may see the Green Ronini develop and morph over time to something more Ronini. But you know what I'd love to see?
What's that?
A dirigible.
A dirigible?
A dirigible.
You want a dirigible?
I want a dirigible.
A super dirigible.
I do.
A dirigible would almost be an HQ, but yeah, no, I can get that. I get that.
Yeah. Jay Gray says a child's bicycle. Paul Ruiz says battle trike.
Battle trike.
Superpowered sonic bike bell.
I'm seeing more like one of those Harley trikes for the battle trike.
I am too.
Like a Lobo thing, something he would drive.
Yes, I like that. But don't forget the dirigible, friends.
That's right. Or yes, I'm now imagining Ghost Rider, but on a tricycle.
I'm imagining Ghost Rider, but on dirigible. And,
there you go.
The Sadie Deuce says, whatever it is, there must be levers. That's right. We need all the levers. Small vehicle, the turtle blimp. Okay.
There you go.
I like it. Nate Robbins.
Battle trailer, the shape of okay. You could have a double wide. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, geez, Louise. Friends, if you're watching this on demand, it's a must to take it in with the live chat. It's always I don't know if it's delight is, the word that it always is, but it is very much something you want to include in your experience. Hindenburg too. Yeah. How can you do a Ghost Rider on a
Hindenburg? Ooh. Oh, bad. Oh.
Bad. Yeah, that's bad.
That's bad.
That is bad.
But I'm dropping some links right
now.
Go ahead.
Beautiful. You can also drop those links in through StreamYard. and then they'll populate to all the places.
Just put it in comments. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I can go ahead and do that.
And that way it kind of gets, I dare you guys to stat out the vehicles from Mask. M. Period.
Oh,
A,
there
period,
you
S,
go.
period,
That
K, period.
Mask was a cartoon back in the, I think it was early 90s.
I think I missed that one.
But basically, they each had their own vehicle, and they had this mask, and they had control of the vehicle. That would be a good one. Raymond's segment. I dare you to stat out the vehicles from Mask. You know it much better.
Well, I double dog dare you.
Do it.
Do it. Awesome. Do it. Do it. Okay, do it. So while we're busy resurrecting the best of SNL, circa 1990 something.
Right.
What else do we have? Do we have something else to share? I feel myself fading in excitement, if you can imagine.
Well, I've got some articles coming down the pike. One is called Simply Suddenly, and it's a mechanic you can introduce your game. One, basically, boredom is the enemy of every good game.
Yes.
And sometimes Game Master doesn't really know when that is occurring. Sometimes you get so into the descriptions of your scene, it could be dragging on for a player, or role play with an NPC might be going a little bit too long, or frankly the combat might just look like a back and forth kind of slog. So boredom kind of creeps into the game. Suddenly is a mechanic that you can simply add to the game, and it will basically get the game a lot more dynamic. Should I tell you more? Should I tell you more, or should I just put it in the article?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
I say, let's hear some more.
At the beginning of the game, basically, you say, hey, everybody, what we're going to do is we're adding a new mechanic called Suddenly. And if you feel the game could use a burst of excitement, could get a little bit moved, you just need to say, suddenly, make sure I hear it, and you'll earn an instant hero point. No problem. Yeah. But you won't know or control what happens next. I'll introduce a surprise twist. It's a great way to keep things unpredictable and thrilling. Basically, you at that point, whenever they say suddenly, they get a hero point, but you have to introduce either a complication to the situation. You have to introduce something out of nowhere. It's basically, it's rewarding them if they get a little bit bored, if they, are kind of, suddenly, I want to get my hero point. Yeah. I want to see something exciting happen. And basically, it's also going to test the game master for getting them up, up and moving in the game.
Right. Well, here's a question: is there any strictures or kind of boundaries on when a person is there a clock that ticks so that people aren't going suddenly? Well,
no. So if everybody wants to blow it all at once, you've got to do a lot of suddenly. But
do you have a suddenly budget?
Eventually, everybody gets one at the beginning of the game.
I see.
You can give more instead of a hero point. Anymore, if you're like, okay, I don't want to give you quite a hero point for that. I want to give you a suddenly. So you can give them a suddenly instead. So they get a hero point eventually, but it's going to cause a complication down the road for them.
I see. That's fun. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's also a big test of the GM's improvisational skills. Although what you can do is pre-prepare some suddenlies. Basically just a few little complications you can throw in at random that
why couldn't you have a suddenly table?
Oh, you could have a suddenly table, but you kind of want to keep it open enough to where you can adapt to the situation. If you have a suddenly table that just says an EMP blast from a hidden source disables all electronic devices. Well, why? Where's the EMP blast from? Now, if you cater it more to the situation at hand, that makes more sense. If this is a magic game, an EMP blast wouldn't make a lot of sense. But maybe a chaos magic ripple causes something like that.
Right. Or maybe it's suddenly ants.
Ants.
I love that. That's a lot of fun. I dig that.
Yeah.
Good stuff. What else?
Post that up for you right now.
Oh, excellent.
I've got basically a lot of other possibles that I'm working on. Also, frankly, what do you guys want to see? What are some articles? I mean, we did a lot of topics here just now for what for the future.
Any of them could be
planning of Boom Ammo. Are there any things that you guys would like to see as article items?
Oh yeah, the dude says, and suddenly Susan. Yeah, absolutely. Or suddenly Seymour.
Go there you go. Suddenly Susan,
10
go 90s,
million,
go.
10 million bees. So to double down, I say if you've come up with a great topic, clearly you've had some thoughts, and I think that again, I want to encourage people. Every article doesn't have to be a Wikipedia entry on the official this or that of the thing.
No,
but a deconstruction of the thing, the idea, a interrogation of sort of the way things are done, or how particular topics are handled. I love that kind of stuff, and I think that that's where the magic comes from when people are teaching about or getting people excited or interested in mutants and masterminds. There's so many different ways to do a thing, to talk about that, and I love it when you should look at tropes or sort of things that we sort of see as sacrosanct, and we challenge them a bit to sort of ask, how do we evolve this, or this is how I have evolved this. I love those notions, and encourage people to write articles in that style as well.
absolutely. I mean, I really love the stuff that's coming out there. Jason Cochran stuff. Paul Rua's stuff, his thing on Tower Prep, just
Paul Rua, just
ago.
every day,
Absolutely.
the best, highest quality contributions. Always appreciative.
Yeah,
and of course our
Steve Kinson, our very own Steve Kinson,
old
put his articles in
Steve
there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Paul Rua says, I'm always a sucker for genre-based stuff, genre mashing variants on the superhero genre, incorporating different games or genres rather. Yeah, absolutely. Gerald says, how about an article about city or setting building?
Oh,
Yeah,
I've already got that article ready.
I was just going to say, don't you have something in the chamber, my friend?
Well, I actually kind of wanted them to talk about that. That's why I was like, what about this? But I actually have, I've got a thing on preparing a campaign city. I'll have that out very, very soon.
Love it. Paul says, I might have an article on that topic coming up, and I don't know which one specifically, but I'm presuming all of them.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. So, my friend, I have well and truly hit the wall, but I am, I'm feeling a little better. And then it's one of those things that COVID kind of sneaks up on you. Like it kind of tricks you into thinking, hey, you're feeling kind of good today. And you're like, I'm going to do something normal, like walk. And they're like, nope, you're not.
It's like, I feel great. I'm going to just sit
And they're
down
like,
now.
sleep. Yeah, exactly. Devious.
Yes.
You, my friend, are the best kind of devious. I really appreciate all the help you provide in the tank and all of the inspiration and you are the deluxe booster, and I really, really appreciate you. Also, thank you for the concern and the kind words.
Troy, you're tooting my horn.
I am.
You know what you have to do.
I'm doing it. Here I go.
Oh,
There you go.
was it good for you? I need a cigarette. Anyway.
Oh boy. Yeah. So thank you everybody for your kind words as well. And fifth time's the charm, they say.
There you
with
go.
COVID. And we've got a lot of great plans coming. I do want to encourage everybody who is part of the membership to give us a little breathing room. We've got all kinds of stuff coming up, and I'm going to work diligently to catch up, but I'm going to do that tomorrow.
And if you're in the membership, the
yes.
project that we're working on,
oh, it's so cool.
The files are there.
Yes.
Go in, give your input. There's a lot to read over. You don't have to read all of it, but if you want to review a lot of stuff, Paul Rua and William Lang and me have all been in there just trying to crank out some stuff, write it out. And these are just possibilities. Alex is going to be the final arbiter on what is included and what isn't included. And that's fine. If you have ideas, we want to see them. Get in there.
And the idea for the workshops is an opportunity for people to kind of sit in game creation space, especially specific to encounters and adventures for mutants masterminds, and to do that alongside our I almost said voluminous, our luminary, esteemed, not voluminous, that would be me.
That's me.
With much volume. And you get to hang out with Alex and Steve and just sort of plot and scheme. And a lot of stuff happens asynchronously. So there's some opportunities to kind of be creative offline and then to join the meeting and have discussions. I'm really excited with how much people have embraced the notion, which makes me feel like I'm scratching an itch that we hadn't kind of previously talked about. And that, again, is a membership only program. It's really easy to become a member. All you have to do, pay us $8 a month. $8 little dollars. 8 tiny
Measly
baby
dollars.
dollars.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Which I think, honestly, we went round and round on this. I wanted to charge $300 a day. But Alex and Steve were like, that might, was me too. And then, but Alex and Steve were like, no, Troy, we will do $8 a month. And
Put the hammer down.
Yeah. Put the hammer down, the price down. And then, honestly, amped all the activities up. There's so much going on there.
Oh, yeah.
And one final thing is for folks to remember that, should they remember? They should remember.
They should remember things, probably where they keep their car keys, the password, or rather where they keep the index card that has all their passwords on it near their computer. That's good to remember.
Oh yeah. Write them down and then mail them to me.
Yes.
I'm trying to.
Might as well include your, credit card information and social security number.
I mean, yeah, your first pet.
Might as well.
The name of your street that you lived on when you were a kid, and whatever. But no, none of that is what I was going to say. But I do not recall what it was.
Well, I wanted to just revisit one more time before we leave.
Yes.
My Super Ride.
Ooh, nice. Yes.
That
please.
contest, get in there, put in your articles, put in your stat blocks, get in the tank.
Yeah. Get in there. And then, I will say this. Hey, feel free to clip this stuff up. If there's something you think is interesting, you want people to share or hear about, we're going to be working on getting some more short form stuff, through the reels and the tackety ticks and all the other, newfangled short form video services. But, you can also do it. You can.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So do it.
We want to see more streamers.
Do it.
More Mutants and Mastermind streamers.
Do it.
Do it.
Okie dokes. With that, I say to everybody, thank you so much for hanging with us. Thank you for the folks who are watching on demand. Thank you to Devious for coming in and giving us an update on what's in the tank. And, of course, thank goodness, we're done.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye now.